very fine and thoughtful speeches today. I support Lady Burt's intentions. I think some kind of intervention in this area is long overdue, and we've heard from the speeches of Theresa May when she was Prime Minister. Boris Johnson, as Prime Minister, made similar remarks and so on. However, and it's always dangerous to attempt to gauge the consensus of your Lordship's House. But I think, like many noble lords, I don't think that clause 1.2 works. It is cast too wide. However, like the noble and learned Lady Butler-Sloss, and as with the outstanding intervention, if I may say so, of Lady Hunt of Bethnal Green, I do think it is open, and I should say that the Bishop of Bristol, I do believe that it is within the capabilities of people of goodwill and wit and wisdom to tighten the net and to attack the real harm that is being caused to people, as we know. And words have been used by noble lords like coercion, manipulation, degradation, abuse of power. I would probably add that there are people holding, notwithstanding the very thoughtful remarks of Lord Altrincham just a moment ago, I do think that there are some people who are holding themselves out in a desert of mental health services. There are people who are holding themselves out who should not be holding themselves out to give these talking therapies, which can be very powerful for good, but can also be very dangerous when they are manipulated with a set of the kind of quackery, frankly, that Emily Sargent described in her article in the Times that Lord Robertson referred to earlier. So that's an article that I recommend noble lords read from the 31st of January. And he and I have to say, read the article very differently, and so I urge noble lords to read it for themselves, because what I read was the testimony of a very brave undercover journalist who put herself in harm's way in order to expose really quite dangerous quackery that left her feeling really very, very vulnerable. Now, Lord Robertson made jokes about how he nearly joined the SAS, but some psychologist didn't let him. I'm saying nothing about. I'm not qualified to comment on entry requirements to the SAS. No, but from his nature and his strength of character, I suspect that he feels very robust in his mental health, which is wonderful. But that's not true of everyone. And particularly the many young people that the noble lord referred to just now. And so I think in that particular area exposed by Emily Sargent in her piece, we see that there are conversion therapies that are not currently banned by the extant criminal law, because they're not the violence, for example, they're not sexual offences, they're not violent offences. It is this abuse of power when somebody is effectively getting into your head and making you feel worse about yourself. In some of the examples given by Emily Sargent, you're being turned against your own parents. There are all sorts of problems there that I do think we have to attack. I don't want to to be discourteous by taking too much time, but I would say that the tone of your Lordship's debate has been a lot better than what happened at the other end of the building on Wednesday. And I really do sincerely wish that the Prime Minister would apologise to Brianna Jai's grieving family for his error. And there would be no harm or dishonour in apologising for that kind of error when it has caused such dismay to not just to that family, but to so many other trans people and their families in this country. And to end more positively, I want to just briefly quote the wonderful young writer Sean Fay, who wrote, "Hope is part of the human condition, and trans people's hope is our proof that we are fully human. We are not an issue to be debated and derided. Our existence enriches the world.